Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, Mr. Ajay, can you make me as a host, please? Amit here. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. So, yes, Mahesh, what syntax error you're getting? Can you put that in the chat with code?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So, Mahesh, the error is very simple. You see, like self dot name is equal to input, right? Enter name.
Yes.
Okay, same like in self dot salary. Can you see that self dot salary? Self dot salary is
Yes.
equal to something you have written there, right? Um, Salary colon,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And
sir.
then you forgot that comma
Oh,
after
oh,
that.
okay. Okay. Got it, sir. Got it. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so in the last class we were talking about super, right? And we have seen different types of inheritance, guys. These are the important types we can have, like multiple, multi-level, and simple inheritance. Okay, so these are the three important inheritance we use while writing the code. Again, in that we have seen how we can call the constructor of superclass from different places, right? So this is the one we have seen in the last class. So let me write one more code, to just wind up the yesterday's topic. I think we left uh, with one of the like program, right? That let me complete that today, and then we can start with the new topic, that is polymorphism. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I hope everyone can see my screen. Is it visible, guys, to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's write the code. You can see like I have written one simple class, that is class employee basic, and in that we have written one constructor, right? Again, in this second, we have written again this constructor, but here we are calling the constructor of parent, right? So here we are calling actually this constructor, but here you have seen like I haven't initialize any value to this particular instance variable, right? Here also I haven't given any kind of variable here of values here. Okay, and we are trying to print it. So let's see like how we can give the names using while creating the object also. Okay, just yesterday we have seen like here itself we used to write enter the name, right? Enter the id, enter the age, kind of. But can we provide these variables while creating the um, simple object, right? So let's understand that. Now if you see like when I create this particular object, guys, which method it is going to call? Which method it will be calling? Anyone? When I create the object, which method it will call?
By default, they call constructor, no?
Yes, but which constructor? We're having two constructor here, so which
Parent,
constructor it will
parent,
call?
parent, parent.
It will not call parent, it will call the this one, right? This class constructor, because when it will call parent, when we have will not have this kind of constructor, okay, then only it will call parent. But now it is calling what? This kind of constructor. Okay, so once it will call this, you can see we are again calling what? This constructor. Which constructor it is, guys? Now parent constructor, right? So it will go and will find out these values. So have we provided these values to this particular variable, guys? No, right? So these values we need to pass. Again, these two values we need to pass while creating the object. So let us consider the first parameter that we are going to pass is, while creating the object, is name. For example, I am passing Amit. Okay, the second is you can see id. Okay, id I'm passing 1. The third one is age, for example 30. Then we can have a department, that is again data science, right? And then we'll be having here designation. Let's say designation will be data scientist. Okay, or maybe data engineer. Let's say this. Okay, so these are the values, guys, we can pass. Now we are passing all these values, so our constructor should be capable to store all these values, right, with it. So let us go ahead and do that. So first is name, so it will store the name in name variable. Second is id, it will store the value in the id variable. Then next one is age. Then next one is department. And the next one is designation. Okay, so here you can see I have passed how many variables, how many values? 5 values. So that's why it is capturing all the 5 values in this particular variables. Okay, so this Amit will be stored in this name. Okay, one will be stored in this id, and further all these variables will be stored in the respective variable. Okay, now we will have this. Now see, after that we are calling this constructor. So you can see once we call this constructor, guys, these name, id, and age should be here, like we should pass these values to this particular name, id, and age. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let us say, for example, I am passing name here. Okay, then I'm passing id here, and then I'm passing which one, like age. Okay, so these values I am passing to the constructor, right? And now we need to capture these again here, right? So let us say it will be stored in name, then it will be stored in id, and then age will be stored in the age. You can give any name guys here, no problem. These are the former parameters, right? We can use any variable because we haven't written self here, right? That's why it is method specific. We can say constructor specific, we can write anything. So for name we'll be having name from this, right? Then here we'll be having id, and then here we'll be having age. Okay, sorry, here we'll be having age. So here in this way we are passing. Now for department we'll be, you know, using this variable, and for designation we'll be using this variable. I think now our program is okay. Let's execute this. Can you see now it has printed what, all these values? Okay, any question in this? You understood how we are actually passing the values to the constructor while creating the object? Do you have any concern in this? Any question?
No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me what is the.
Sir, when we call this procedure, E is equals to employee details, we
Mhm.
we have already given these parameters to this underscore init function, and we
Uh-huh.
have in here name. So how it is working and how it is calling these values?
So let's go ahead and execute this. Okay, so when we execute this, it will look for this particular statement, right? So it will call the constructor of this particular class. Okay, so what is the constructor here? This is the constructor. I agree with this. Okay, and then it will store all these values in all these variables: name, id, age, and department, and designation. Do you
Means it
have
is not
any?
concerned with this employee basic class.
Sorry.
We have defined self name is equals to name, self ID is equals to ID, and in first
Uh,
class this employee basic class.
mhm.
It is not taking values from there. It is
Yeah,
taking from,
please wait. Like you understood, like we are sending the values here.
okay. No,
Yeah,
not so.
what not? Like here we
Uh,
are calling what? Here what is happening?
yes, it is created a constructor for employee basic.
It is it is it is we are creating the object here, right? And
Okay.
while creating the object, it will call what? The constructor. Which
Yes, sir.
constructor it will call? This one, right?
Yes, sir.
And in this,
Got
how many parameters we are having? These five parameters we are having. Agree with this? Self is already
okay.
there. These five
Okay.
parameters we are having. So you can see five values, right? These all five values will be assigned to these all five variables.
Yes, sir.
Now name contain Amit, ID contain 1, age contain 30, department contain DS, and this designation contain what, D. Understood? Now all these variables having these values, right? Now
Yes, sir.
we are coming to the next statement. Can you see like what this statement is doing? It will call what?
Employee basic. It is super.
Em- the constructor, right? This one.
Yes.
So here while creating the constructor, how many parameters we have passed?
Three only.
So that's why all these three values will be stored in this. So this name, what is the value of name? Amit, right? So it will be stored in this name. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
All these values will be stored in all these three variables. Now coming down here, can you see name that contains Amit will be assigned to this name, right?
Yes, sir.
Then ID will be assigned to this ID. These this ID and this ID is different. Are you agree
Okay.
with this?
Ah,
This is
yes, yes,
local
sir. Now
and
got
this
it.
is instance variable. Okay.
Yes.
Now we are again like these three values will get assigned to the instance variable. Now once it will execute, then it will come to the next statement here, right? So department content DS will be assigned to DP, designation will be assigned to DES variable. Now once we will finish this init, then we'll come out of, and then we'll call what? The details method. So details method will have all these variables again, right? And we are displaying that.
Okay, sir, can we debug program and cursor moves itself and showing what line it is executing like other programming language like it
Yeah,
cursor
yeah,
after
I
moves?
think I have shown that to you in the very basic
Okay.
lectures. Okay, but in this case, like the same thing will happen. Okay, just try to understand, like here from here to here. So you need to write this, in simple, ideally environment, and then you can easily debug that. Okay.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, Amit. What's this method called? This method, what's it called?
Which method?
The way you're going about it now, what's it called? How do we differentiate it from the other ones that we did yesterday?
Yeah. So yesterday, what we did, like here itself, we assign the value, right? So let me just give you input in this. What we have done, enter name. You remember that
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
we were doing this, right? So this
yeah.
is the one way to pass the values to this instance variable, and another way is like we are passing the values from the constructor itself, like while creating the object. Okay.
Okay. At
So
the point
yesterday,
that we call,
yeah.
at the point that we call it,
So
at the
yesterday
point
we
we
haven't
call
seen.
it
Yeah,
function.
yeah, just let me finish. Yesterday we haven't seen this, right? We haven't passed anything
Yeah,
while creating the object. It will go up and will accept the values, right? But here now
yeah.
we can pass the value from here. It will navigate from one line to another line, right? Whatever the sequence we have written, according to that it will just send the values.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Matlab,
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday you can follow the yesterday's approach, even this approach also. Even like you can accept all these values before this particular object creation, and then you can pass the variable name also here. Okay, this is also okay.
Mhm. I think I prefer this one.
Yeah, here also you can directly write input enter name, right? Instead of write this, you can write input what enter name, then it will enter the name. Okay, and then this is for your first parameter. Then second, enter id, right? Then enter age, then enter department, and then enter designation. In this way also you can execute it. So can you see now, enter name Amit, and then okay, so this is the, here also it has called this, right? So let me just finish here. Now you can see enter name Amit, and now it will print all the values. Okay, so any question now, guys, in this?
Amit sir,
Yeah.
if we pass three parameters like name, ID, and age, then by default they goes to parent class constructor. No, if we pass three parameters like name, age, name, ID, and age, then they goes to the parent class constructor. No,
Like suppose, let me just remove
just
this,
remove the DS and D.
right? Let me just remove this and execute this. Let's say Amit. Okay. Can you see now nothing? Here it is saying
Just due
two
to the error,
positional.
sir, I understand that the detail method was called. No, so
Hmm.
both variable are not defined DP and designation.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so they call parent constructor. No.
No, no, no. It is, they are not calling. They are calling only this constructor, child's constructor only. That's why it is raising an error, right? You can see here. It never goes to the parent constructor.
Sir, they so error will be showing that ki depth and designation was
This
comment na
init,
either. Okay,
this init is expecting how many values? Five
five.
values, and we have provided how many values? Only three values. Okay, that's why it is saying two required positional arguments. Matlab, sorry,
Okay,
two
yes,
missing
yes, yes.
arguments are there. So
Okay.
it never calls what, this parent constructor directly. It first prefer which one? the child one. If child one is not there, then it will call what? The parent one.
Okay.
Okay, let me just comment it, right? And let me just write it down here. For example, pass, and see now. Now you can see, like, it will call. Uh, it will call directly what? This one. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So
Understood.
and then it is saying like I am not able to get what? DP and designation,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Any other doubt?
A very basic doubt for input function, can we enter four variables to call in single input statement? Here we have mentioned input name.
Mhm.
It is only calling, and in only this single input can we
No, no,
use
no,
slash n
no. Like
and
we have to repeat this again. Okay, input ID. Okay, then here input age.
like for print statement we use this curly brackets for
Yeah,
format.
yeah. But for this we cannot, because this is individual message we are passing, right?
Because we have to hold now the input value, we have to hold
Okay,
in some variable. That's why we cannot.
Yeah.
yeah, that is the logic. Okay.
Here in this way we can pass. Okay. Now wherever you want integer, just convert that into integer. That's it. Um, hold all these values in array, that is list or tuple something, right? Not in a single variable. Okay. Any other question?
Sir, this is the polymorphism concept because
No, 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 no. This is just yesterday's where we skipped, right? Yesterday uh we were talking about this. Then I think we finished the timing something, and then we left, right? And
okay, sir.
that's why I just want to.
Because I thought ki the signature was different now, so the
No,
parameter
no,
was
no,
different.
no,
I thought ki.
no, no. Now the next topic is polymorphism. Okay. All right. So the name itself indicate this is a second, guys. Um, we can say the next characteristics of object oriented programming. Very simple and very important concept. So let's break down this particular word into two parts. Polymorph. So poly means many, and morph matlab means what? Many form, multiple forms. Okay. So um, the name itself indicates polymorphism means taking many forms. Okay. So let us define this very in a simple language. Okay. uh, it is an ability of an object to take more than one form. Okay, very simple. Now let us consider I have written one simple function, that is draw function. Okay, I have written this particular function, guys. So suppose I want to draw a triangle, then I will just pass some parameters and then triangle will be there on the screen. Suppose one of my friend wants to draw a circle, my friend will access the draw function and will pass the required parameter and the circle will be there, right? Same for rectangle, same for polygon, hexagon, whatever it is. So draw function is taking what, guys? More than one form. Drawing circle, drawing triangle, drawing what? Other shapes. Let us consider another example. For example, a vehicle. Okay, vehicle can run on road, vehicle can fly, right? we can run in the air, we can say vehicle can run in the water also, right? Or maybe on track also. So this is what the vehicle object, guys, taking more than one form. This is called polymorphism. Okay, so let me just give you a simple example to you again. So uh, let us say, you know, uh, a student is an object, right? So student will behave differently when the student is in front of his parent or her parent, right? Or the student will behave differently in front of, the teachers, and student may behave in front of their friends. Okay, this is what an ability of a student to take more than one form is called polymorphism. Are you getting it, guys? What is the definition of polymorphism?
Yes.
Yeah, simple, right? So this is the simple, explanation we can say of polymorphism. There are, some types of polymorphism. Basically, uh, two types we'll be talking about. One is overloading, and another one is overriding. Okay, so let's talk about that. Okay, so methods of polymorphism. Methods of polymorphism. First one is overloading. The second one is overriding. I I hope you might have heard about these, those who are from IT background, right? So these are the very important concepts, guys, in this. So let's talk about that. Okay. Firstly, let's talk about the overloading. Okay. Python does not support overloading, but let's talk about that. Let me write the first statement. Python does not support overloading.
What programming language can we use that supports
So
overloading?
yeah, like Java is purely object oriented programming. Even C++ is there that supports complete overloading. Python supports some types of overloading, but not fully. That's why we are making this statement that Python does not support overloading. But there are again two types of overloading, guys, in Python, or maybe everywhere. One is operator overloading, and second one is method overloading, and the next one is constructor overloading. Okay, so uh, full overloading, we can say here. Let's talk about that. Types of overloading. First type is, which one is like operator. That's why, guys, Python is not purely object oriented programming. Okay, operator overloading. Second type is what we call it as method overloading. Third type is constructor overloading. Okay, so let us understand that. First one is operator overloading. What is operator overloading? Okay, so here we can use, you know the same operator for multiple purpose. for multiple purposes. Okay, this is called operator overloading. So can you give a simple example, guys? Anyone?
So plus operator.
Exactly, right? So the plus operator example, plus operator. So why we are using plus operator?
For addition, and we
For
can use
addition and
Increment.
for
concatenation,
concatenation.
right? For addition and concatenation. So a plus b, if a and b are integer, then it will add the numbers. A plus b, if a and b are string, then it will just concat combine the strings. Agree? This is what the operator overloading is. Okay. Any other example, guys, here?
Increment in our loops.
Yeah, that is addition only, right? It will add one number in that.
Okay.
Any other example? Star,
Arithmetic operators all.
not all, but few of them, like asterisk symbol, that is star. Can you tell me star is for
Multiplication.
multiplication and multiplication and
For power.
um, repetition? Can we write repetition?
Means for selecting all values, can we use that star?
Yeah, we can use that, right? Like in variable length argument also we can use, right? Star. Suppose I am writing a multiply by 3. So what will be the result?
3 times A.
3 times a, right? So this is what the repetition, right? So okay, this is called operator overloading. All right, so let's go ahead and see. The next one is method overloading. Method overloading. Okay. So how we are going to uh, define this, guys? If two methods having same name but different types
Parameters.
of parameters, right? Different types of parameters. And this is called method overloading. Okay. But here the note is what Python does not support method overloading. Okay. Python does not support method overloading. Keep this in mind. That's why it is not fully overloading is not possible fully. Let's understand that. Okay. So right, let us write here one statement. Okay, if we are trying to declare multiple methods, we are trying to declare multiple methods, then with same name, we can say with same name, and what, guys, different parameters then what will happen? Let's understand that. Then, okay, let us understand that. So let us go ahead and create one class, for example test. Okay, suppose I am writing method m1. In that I am passing self. Okay, here let's print I am from m1 method. Okay, then let us define one more method m1. Okay, here I am passing self comma a, print what guys? I am from m1 method with what? One
Para-
parameter, right? This is how we can define. uh, and again def m1 in this self comma a comma b, right? And here I'll be writing print I am from m1 but two parameters. Okay, so can you see, like, I have defined how many methods here? Three methods having same name but what? Different parameter list, right? This is called overloading, guys. Okay, so how to access these methods? Can anyone tell me how we are going to access these methods?
We have to create an object no, for that class.
Yeah, so let's create the object of that class. Stay is equal to test, and then what?
Passing parameters.
T dot m1. Okay, let us call first method. We don't have any parameters for first method, right? So let us call first method. Execute it. Can you see now it is giving error? What it is saying?
Yes, sir.
What it is saying? It is expecting how many parameters, guys? Two
Two
parameters.
parameters.
That means it is completely avoiding these two methods. Agree with this?
Yes, sir.
First method and even second method is also it is avoiding. It is taking the current method, the last occurrence of that method. Okay, that's why the statement is, if we are trying to declare the method multiple methods with the same name and different parameters, then can you complete the sentence? Then it will execute which one? Last
Last one.
occurrence of that method. It will execute the last occurrence of that method. Simple. Okay, that's why Python does not support what? Method overloading. Understood? Any question here? You can try, guys, at your end. Please go ahead and try that. Deepak, do you want to say something, ask something? Because
Sir, I have pasted one error in previous code. Bound method manager display method of main underscore.
so I think you haven't, given that opening and closing after display method
Okay,
while
sir.
calling.
I'll check. Yes, sir. I'll check.
Rima, Deepak, you can talk. I think so. Yeah, now you can talk.
Yes, sir. Can you help me now?
Yes.
So actually, regarding the last class, I have one doubt. In between, my net got disconnected. The multiple inheritance, I have this one doubt, and I want to know the code because the code which you attached it seems like not multiple inheritance.
Not multiple inheritance.
Maybe it is edited during the class. The first one which we have given for the multiple inheritance is different, and the last which is updated is different.
Um, okay, so just a second. Can you share that last updated code, please, in the chat?
One second.
Yeah. Oh, Shweta, like we'll be taking that after polymorphism. I think we forgot that. Uh, yeah,
This is the right code, or is it?
yes, this is for multiple inheritance, right?
It is correct. It is okay.
Yeah, it is correct, I believe. But we haven't passed any parameter here, right?
Yes.
So that's why it will not work. So we need to pass these four values while creating the object. Okay. So here, Amit, I'm passing, for example. Then age is 30. Then ID is 1. Then salary is like this. Okay.
No,
And
actually,
one, let me just check. Person takes one positional, 3 were given. Okay, so person, in person, we
we
again
also
have to mention here name, right? Name, comma, or there is no, yeah, we can just remove that name, age, and ID. Okay, let's remove this. I believe now you are getting like what changes you need to do, right?
yes, yes, I understand that, but the yesterday which is we seeing that I just missed this part what we have done,
Yeah. So
and
this is
also you
like,
have used
uh,
yes. Also you used yesterday while getting the input you used EVL, that is eval method, to get the input. So
yeah, we
what
can we can use that also, eval method. Okay, because eval itself will calculate what user wants to enter, right? So instead of like converting it into integer or float, we can use eval just. That's not
but
an
that
problem.
is defaultly it will be taking, if I enter number it will take it as a integer, and if I
Number,
enter
yes,
it is
yes,
a strings. If I combine it, it will be a string, right? If
yeah,
I
it will
do
be a string. So yeah, suppose if you are combining this, then the first preference is to string only.
okay. But what advantage while writing the code for init and eval?
There is no advantage, like, see, if we know, like, this is an integer value we need, then go ahead and use integer only instead of eval, because eval will allow to enter any type of value, right? But if you want to restrict to the integer only, then use integer only. Okay. But if
Okay.
you want to make it flexible, like user can enter float also, or integer also, then use eval. Yeah. Done.
Okay, it is okay.
One missing for ID.
ID we have to.
We need to pass here, right? ID as well here.
Actually, we are passing.
Now it is
Now
coming.
it is okay. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Guys, who is on mute? Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Any other question, guys, from your side? If we, Rima is saying if we change the position of the methods, it will execute normally. So it will take the last occurrence, Rima. Okay. Yeah. If we are writing the first method in the last, then maybe this will work, right? Okay. But
Okay,
yeah,
Amit, if in
just
7 we use M1, then M2, and then M1 also, then it will call M1 last and M2. We will skip, it will skip M1 first, correct?
yes, yes. Okay. So can we achieve still, guys? Can we force it to achieve this uh feature, guys? Just think, can we achieve this? Python will not allow, but can we achieve this?
Yes, we can achieve if we pass the parameter like.
Suppose I want to call um like uh every method. So let's write one simple code. Okay. For example, suppose I'm having one class test. Okay, and in that let us define def sum method. Okay, and in that I am passing just self comma a comma b comma c, these things, right? And uh see, like, if I pass two parameters, then it should work. If I pass three parameter, then also it should work. Can we achieve this? Yes. Like whatever the logic it will be. Suppose let's say pass. I don't have right logic right now with me. Okay. I am just writing here like this. If if I create the object of test, right? T is equal to test, and this t dot sum. When I pass two parameters 2 comma 3, it should work. When I pass t comma t dot sum in this 2 comma 3 comma 4, it should work. Can we do this? See here, different parameters, same function. Can we achieve this? Yeah. This is also an overloading, right? Method overloading. We are having same function name, but different what parameter list. Agree?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. In
yes.
this case, it will override first function, like it will consider only last one.
That's why, like, we need to overcome that problem. Can we do that? Instead of considering the last occurrence, can we just use some
Here
previous
also it
knowledge
will do
to.
the same, I think.
So let's go ahead and implement. Have you heard about default parameters?
No, sir.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
no, we have seen default parameters, right? Now let's see, these a b c are having default parameters. If we are not passing any value to a b c, then it will consider none. Okay, or you can just say any 0 1 0, whatever it is. So let's write one logic. If a is not equal to none, right, and b is not equal to none, and c is not equal to none, then what we'll do, guys? Print a plus b plus c. Agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Next, if suppose we haven't passed three parameters, then what? A is not equal to none, then and B is not equal to none. That means which one is none, guys? C is none, right? So we can write print A plus B. Agree? Otherwise, what other condition we can have?
B, A is none, but B and C is not none. matlab.
Yes. So if B is not equal to none, right? And what? Like C is not equal to none, then what we will do? We'll write print dot B plus C. That's it. Elif what? A and C, right? A is not equal to none and C is not equal to none. Then print what?
A plus C.
But anyway, guys, yeah, A plus C. Let's do that. A plus C. Okay. And then suppose everything is done, then if we are passing only one value, then is it possible to add, guys?
Yes, it's 0, no?
No. Provide at least how many parameters to add,
Oh,
At
right?
least one.
At least two parameters for addition, right? All right, now let's understand this. Let us call, you can see now in both cases now this function works, right? And in this t dot only sum, then it will give what? One message, provide at least two parameters. Is it executing, guys, this thing? Like, we can achieve this overloading using this approach. Agree?
yes,
See,
yes.
same method name, same method, but different parameter list. This is called overloading, guys. And Python does not support, but we can force it by using this kind of approach. Okay. Here, let me just write. We can achieve method overloading by using default parameters, as example is no. Okay. Okay. Any other question, guys, in this method overloading? Okay, let's talk about now constructor overloading.
Sir, please wait.
Yeah, you want to execute this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Amit sir, meanwhile, I have one question regarding the ASCII value. Python don't have a ASCII concept, like we have never taught now the ASCII value concept, like in C when we try to uh, concatenate anything, so they just treat as a 65, matlab as a ASCII value. So ASCII value concept is not present in Python. Like
Yeah, we have that. Like for every programming language, this kind of concept is there. Okay. So if you want to find out the ASCII value for a particular character, okay, then you can just use odd function. Let's say, uh, for example, ORD of capital A. It will give you 65. Can you see this?
yes, sir. Okay. I've,
The
okay.
same values are there in every programming language. ASCII values are same. Okay. If you write CHR, then you will get this letter again.
What does this mean? I don't follow.
Yeah, like in programming, computer never understand English, right? So we
Yeah.
need to provide the machine level language to the computer to act, right? And that is what the ASCII values are. Okay. So if you write capital A there, then our computer will convert that A into its ASCII value, that is 65. And then that 65 will get converted into binary, and then computer will understand this is what the capital letter A is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And we called it as ASCII values. Okay. And for every alphabet, every character, every number, there is ASCII value associated.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's can you just go ahead and create two constructor and see how it works? Is it possible? Constructor overloading. Class, for example, test again. Let's write def double underscore init double underscore. Here we're writing self, right? Print I am first constructor, right? Then again copy another one, copy another one. Okay, let's give a, as it is special type of method, right? A comma b. Now how it will be called? T is equal to test. Can you see what is the error?
Yes, same error like method overloading.
Hmm, yes. So how we can solve this? By passing the parameters, right? So constructor overloading is not possible. Go ahead and do that. Once done, please let me know, guys.
Done.
Okay. So you can just mention here constructor overloading is also not possible. Okay. Now, can we just do like this? For example, is it okay, guys? Can we do like
Yes,
this?
yes, yes,
Even T1 is equal to test, and I'm passing here one. Can we work like this? Yeah, it
yes,
is possible. Here T3 is equal to test in bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Can we do like this? Yes. Why it is, guys? Because we are passing what?
And
star.
number.
No, it is variable length argument, right? Star n means what? any number of arguments n will accept and will store in the tuple form, right? This is what we have seen in the previous classes. So even this is also possible, but we need to use some other trick like variable length argument or maybe default argument, right? Such kind of concepts we can use to just bypass this constructor overloading is not possible concept. Okay. Constructor overloading is possible using what? Variable length argument or default arguments. Okay. Okay. Now let us talk about overriding. It's very important and simple concept, guys. Okay, let's write some description here. So we know, right? We know all methods written in parent class is available to child. Are you agree with this? All the methods written in parent class are available to child class. Yes or no?
Yes.
But if child is not satisfied with implementation of methods, then child can change the implementation, right? So whatever the methods written in the parent class, okay, or the implementation written in the parent class, we can access in the child, but child is not satisfied with that particular implementation, then overriding comes in picture. So overriding means having same name, same parameters, but different implementation. Different implementation. This is what overriding is. Let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example. For example, I am having class P parent. Okay, and let's say default. Let's say property is, let's say parent is having properties. Okay, suppose this property is like print parent is having gold, or parent is having big land and power. This is what the property of parent class. Okay, def, suppose parent has decided that child should marry with ABC, where the name XYZ, right? Okay, so this property is for child, right? Whatever the property of parent will be accessible to child. So this gold, land, power, this is accessible to child, and child is very happy with this particular property. But at the same time, parent has decided that like child should marry with ABC. This is also one decision, or the rule that parent has decided. Okay, now this is what the thing. Now let's understand class child. Now what child is saying, like I am very much satisfied with whatever the properties that parent is having. I am very happy with that. I can access gold, I can access land, and I am very happy with power also. Okay, but child is not happy with whom, guys?
Mary.
Marry, right? So what child can do, very simple, like it will again write this particular method. Okay, it will write that particular method, and child will marry XYZ as per his choice or her choice. Getting it? So this is how you can see. Now you just check. Okay, we are achieving here inheritance, guys. Now you can see, now this is simple inheritance, right? So all the methods available in the P will be accessible to C. So you can see marry method is here also and here also. Same name, can guys, is it right? Same name, marry, same parameter, we don't have any parameter, but the implementation is different, and this is called method overriding, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and create the object of, whose object we should create? Child, right? C dot, now this can you tell me how many functions are available for C? Can we access this function? Definitely yes, right? Can we access this marry function? Yes, we can access this marry function. Okay, just see what child is doing. Child is doing his own, right, decision. Child is going with his own decision, but child is accessing land, gold, and power, and whatever the things that parent is having. Child is not modifying this, but child is modifying this kind of method, right? That's why having same name but different implementation, this is called method overriding, guys. Very simple.
If something is similar on the last one, if we have two things similar, Python will accept only last one. Like Mary, last one Mary, but first one Mary is not acceptable. It's like similar.
Yeah, but when we try to access the method from parent, then parent method will be accessible, right?
Sorry.
Here, if see, you are comparing it with the overloading, right? So if we want to access the middle method, we cannot access that, right? Or even first method, we cannot access that. But in this case, if we create the object of parent, we can access the property, right? We can access the marry method. Okay, but even we can access the marry method of parent using super also. Are you getting it? We can access those methods, but child can implement that as per the child requirement. This is main concept.
I'm a bit confused with this explanation.
Which
I'm trying to
explanation?
I'm trying to disassociate it with the previous ones
No,
you've
don't
explained.
associate it with the previous one. Both are different concept. Okay, do not compare. Like in the previous method, we have seen same name, right? But different parameter list. Are you getting it? And from that we'll be accessing only one. We are not changing any logic, we are not doing anything there. Okay, but here in this case we are having same method name, same parameter list, but the 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 implementation is different, the logic is different. Okay, this is overriding, we are overriding the logic of a particular method.
Okay, so here we can access two properties. The child can access two properties. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we can access the property method of parent, even we can access the marry method of parent, right? But that
Yeah.
same marry is available in child also. So child is getting conflict, which one we should, use, marry from child or marry from parent. But child goes always with whom? Itself only, right? So
Okay.
it will execute the marry method from child.
Okay. Okay.
So suppose a child want to access the marry method of parent class, then
Child wants to access the marry method of parent. So what we
yeah,
can do here is, can we use super dot
okay.
marry? Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, any other question? Praful, I was just checking the questions from the chat. Do you have any question? No. I believe you are clear with this. Overriding, overloading, right? So, okay, so if we can constructor overloading is possible, guys? Can you check and just let me know? Can constructor overloading is possible? Yes, we have seen in the last class only, right? Yesterday's class only. Even we can access the constructor from parent also using super. Just check and just put your code in the chat. Yes, you are doing that. Okay. Yeah, you are right. Manish, yes. I hope you all are writing this code, guys.
Amit sir,
Yes.
but it's giving error that ki C type like something. I've just manually written the code, but when we execute now,
Uh-huh.
C object has no attributes like showing this type of error. But
Can you put your code in the chat, please?
this one, sir, previously I sent, I again send you.
Mm, okay.
I'm not able to identify the error key actually. What type of errors?
Yeah, yeah.
C object has no attribute. No, no.
This one,
Yes.
self print m1. So here, why test one is there?
Okay, test.
A is not defined. What is A? You haven't created the object, no? Now this will work. Can you see? Here, which we don't have to, just write this.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Just a second.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm trying
Yes.
another code with my own code, but I get an error.
Can you share your code in the chat, please?
Yeah. Okay. I share it with question area.
Okay. We're in Q&A, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in QA area.
Mm, yeah. So this should be like why this is inside the class. Okay, and if property, if length of argument is greater than 1, then sum equal to 0 for okay.
It's about how this, if this argument is number, we need to add some all these numbers. If the string, we need to print it. Add we hello, and that we print that string will are basic.
So you are taking this first, right?
Oh,
First element.
yeah, but I
What is
have an
this
error.
int? What is this int?
Oh, okay, this مفروض this is string, not integer.
It should be what?
String,
String.
yeah, str.
Str. Okay. But why str you are taking here? I'm not getting why you're taking this str here. You can take any variable, right? What is the logic here? Like you're writing.
I'm writing here, if pathing the string like e2 equal b Python, you should be for here.
Not able
Here,
to.
suppose here like you are getting more than one element,
Yeah,
then this will get true, right?
taking the links.
And then you will be navigating through this particular
Yeah,
and then you are doing sum. Okay. And then if it is less than like if it is only one value, right, then you have to just say
Oh, that
hello
value and that
and this one,
value. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
so here there is no there you are not writing condition here, right? So just remove this. Okay. And then hello this one.
Okay. I hope
Okay.
it's
And
running.
then why this sum you are calling from here? I'm not sure why. E1 dot sum. So you want to just print sum, right? So here you have to write e1 dot sum. Okay. And then e2 your
Even
Python,
the
then
answer.
yeah. So here indentation. Okay. Let me just correct the entire code.
This error that I get.
So indentation is the important thing, right? Spacing matters a lot. So give the spacing properly. Okay.
Okay.
If and then here this is the one. This is one. Now elif here directly you can write else. No need to have elif. Now it is p text no argument. Okay, so you have to create the object first and then you have to
Yes,
call
because
this
this is the
method,
function, no? This is
Right.
the
So
method.
you have to just, control Z.
They just pass in the class. So
Yeah. Control this. Now your object is created, right? And then you can pass E1 dot. What is this property? Okay. In this, maybe you can pass all these parameters.
Okay. Same we do for another V2 object. We do the same.
Yeah. Can you see sum is 20 now and it's getting p text no argument.
So
So
we
here
do
again, same
yeah,
thing we need
yeah,
to do. Right?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
here,
good. Python.
yeah, now you can see E2 is not defined. So here we'll be using E1 only. How can you see?
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. But great, you're trying different examples. Okay. So the next thing that Shweta wants hybrid inheritance. So Shweta, can you see here class parent? Okay, we are having one method here. Class child, this is simple inheritance, right? Again, we are calling this XYZ creating class where we are just, this is multi-level inheritance. And again, we are passing here child and XYZ as a, this, what we can say, classes. So this is your hybrid inheritance, combination of, multiple multi-level, this one. Just try this example. This is actually we missed previously, right? This example. So let me just cut it here and write it at the beginning itself. Multi hybrid inheritance. Okay.
So using keyword super, we can access all the variables of child class in this parent class.
Yes,
So
we can.
we can use here also.
We can use class name also to call the methods. Okay. Once finished, just let me know.
Amit sir, one more question. Sir,
Mhm.
meanwhile, sir, you also taught that key in these type of question asked in interview, like some
Mhm.
interview type questions give an example, like some interview type questions. These type of questions asked in interviews.
Right. So what, like, should I tell you the like what questions
Yes,
there will
yes,
be in
yes,
the
sir. Yes,
interviews?
yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you
So
have a lot more experience now. So
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, so there will be a scenario, right? So just said, if I want to, access the properties of student class, and student will be child, okay, and even we are having some person class, right, which will be the global class, for example, that means a parent class. So in that we'll be defining some, the common things, common list of parameters there in the class, right? So how we are going to, use these both classes and collaborate and then access all the properties. So in this way, like, they will not, the interviewer will never tell you use inheritance here, use polymorphism here. Okay, you have to understand like how to solve this particular problem. Okay, so if you know how inheritance works, if you know how multiple inheritance works, multi-level inheritance works, then definitely you can answer, right? So if you want to establish a parent-child relationship, then we can definitely use this inheritance concept. Okay, or like if we have the constructor in both classes, then how we are going to, access the constructor of parent? Then definitely super will be helpful there. Okay, so this kind of questions will be there. Scenario-based questions will be there. Okay, if the interviewer is like going in deep. Otherwise the interviewer will ask you like explain this one, like inheritance, is multiple inheritance possible in Python? Okay, if yes, then how we can achieve this? Or if uh like, like we said, method overloading is there, right? So how we can achieve this method overloading in Python? So your answer should be like this, like Python does not suffer in multi overloading, method overloading, but we can achieve this using the concepts like, default parameters or variable length argument and other stuffs. Okay, so this is what the thing is. And then if the interviewer is taking the basic level interview, then he will ask or she will ask, you know the characteristics of object oriented programming, what is class, how to create object, this kind of questions will be there.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I hope all things are on place now. So let's go ahead and try to understand a simple thing, like, just uh, have we seen, guys, types of variables in Python, in OOP? Have you seen this particular heading, like instance variable? You are aware with, right? What is instance variable? Just help me, guys, in
No, I think no.
instance variable. I think we have seen that, like, whichever is the object specific variable is called instance variable. Yeah, the variable which are represented by self is called instance variable. Have you seen that?
Yes, yes, sir. We have heard
Yeah.
this.
This is what an instance variable is, right? And the variable, this name, this ID, this age, is a local variable. Okay, so this is called instance variable. Then there is one other type of variable, that is, static variable. Let's try to um organize that. Okay, so types of variable in OOP. Okay, first type is instance variable. Second type is what, guys? Static variable. Okay, so let us, we have seen this instance variable. The object specific variable is called the instance variable. So let's understand the second type, that is static variable. Okay, static variable. If the value of a variable is not varied object to object, is called static variable. If the, okay, variable whose value is not, varying from object to object is called static variable. You remember like one diagram I have shown you in the first class, right? First object oriented programming class, right? So we have declared some variable like, ID, name, address in that circle, that object, right? And one variable was there like college name. Do you remember this?
Yes.
That particular variable is called what? The class variable, or we can say static variable, which is not, varying from object to object. Okay, so this is called the static variable. Okay, so we can, here we can write, we can refer this variable using class name, guys. Can you tell me instance variable is referred by using what?
With self.
With object name, right? Whenever we want to use that, we use object dot variable name, right?
Right.
Like here you see e1 dot answer, that is object name dot variable name. Okay, so here the static variable is accessible using what? Class name. Okay, simple. So class name also, or maybe object name also. Okay, object reference also, but that will act as then instance variable. We'll see that. Okay, but important thing, if you are using here, but recommended use class name to access static variable. Okay, this is the recommended thing. All right, so let's take an example now. Class test x is equal to 10. Okay, now can you see like where I have defined this particular variable, guys? Inside the class, right? That's why. So def double underscore init double underscore, in this I'm passing simple self. Okay, and then self dot y is equal to 20. Okay, so this is simple class I have written. Now let's say I'm creating one object t is equal to test, and here t dot y, okay, print what, guys? T dot y, and then print what? Test dot x. Can you see 1020? So this is called static variable, or it also called as class variable, guys. And this is called instance variable. This This is called instance variable. Okay. Now,
Here we have class name same and constructor name.
class name. Can you repeat your question, please?
So class name and constructor name. Here we have same.
No, where the constructor is in it, right?
No,
And
here
class name is test.
T is equals to test bracket
Object name.
object name, sir.
So this is object. Okay.
Object of class.
This is object of test, right?
Yes, sir. Got it now.
Okay. Now let's say, for example, okay, I am creating one more object. T1 is equal to test, right? Again, and I am assigning T1 dot y equal to 100. Now I am printing print T1 dot y. Can you just predict the result, guys? What will be the result of this execution?
No, it's 20.
Y
sir.
will change.
Yeah, like tell me the sequence. We are having 3 print statement, right? Print first result, second result, and third result. Tell me.
20, 20, 10.
20,
Yes,
20,
correct.
10.
20, 100 and 10.
Right. 20, 100, and 10. Why? Because you see, like, T1 is equal to test, right? Again, T is equal to test. These are the two separate objects we'll be having. Okay, let me execute this.
Yes.
Yeah. So for T dot y, the value is same, like 20 only. Getting it? And I have changed the value of y in T1 object, not in T, right? So that's why this y is object specific. Are you agree with this? For T, y is 20. For T1, y is 100. Are you getting it? If I'm creating another object like, T3 is equal to test, and I am changing, T3 dot y is equal to 12. And again, I am printing the value of T3 dot y. So it will be your what? T3, right?
3.
It will be 12. Can you see? Like this y is object specific, and that's why it is called what? Instance variable. We are having 3 instances of y. Agree?
Okay, sir. Now got it.
Yeah. And if we say, let's say, T3 dot, x is equal to 200. Now let us print T1 dot x. This is
Static, no?
right.
Local
This is,
variable.
no. This is
What
10,
is
right?
local variable?
This is 10. For T1, it act as what? It act as what? Reference. That is instance variable, guys. See here. It act as a reference variable. Though we have changed the value of x using third object, but for T1, it is what? The previous 10 only. Agree?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So whenever we are accessing static member using object, then this will act as your instance variable. That's why I have written recommended use what? Class name while accessing the what? Variable. So it will give us the 10. Every time, everywhere we will get what? 10 as a value of x. Though you are changing by using object, it will not affect on the static variable. Agree? This is
It
what,
mean
yeah.
it means it is
Yes.
not possible to change the value of the variable while creating object. Like
Right, right. So when we can change, but that will be the object specific, right? If we are changing the value of x in t1 object, then this is available for t1 only. It the changes will not get reflected in t and t2. Getting
okay,
it?
original value can't change.
Yeah, original value of x will not be changed. The same copy will be available for, you know, every object we are, if we are accessing that using class name.
It will
Understood?
act like a new variable, like
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. This is the thing. Like it will create its new copy, we can say, right? Okay, guys, this is for the day. I hope you are getting all these things. Let me share the file with you. And I hope you all have submitted your assignments. Is anyone is here like who has not submitted the assignment, previous assignments, guys?
yes, sir, submitted.
Okay. Let me upload this file on port. I have just, you know, uploaded that in the chat. Just check check your portal as well.
Sir, can we get this open copy of
Yeah, I
the,
have uploaded.
okay?
I have uploaded that on the portal. Please check at your side. Just refresh the page, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining. Check your portal once, guys. If you can find the assignment there, just let me know if you can access.
Just 1 minute, please.
Amit sir,
Yeah.
we can change static value now inside the method. If we use this static variable inside the method, then we can change the static method value now.
Yes, yes, we can change, but the change will be available for every object. The same copy will be available for every object. Okay.
Okay.
But we cannot change that using object name. If we change that using object name, then that particular object can see that change. Other object will not be able to see that change.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next class. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.